Hey everyone, welcome to the show. Biden has proposed a partial reversal of Trump's 2017 tax giveaway to the wealthy. That part I only somewhat agree with. I think that his tax scam should be entirely reversed. But Biden is still proposing that they raise the corporate tax rate from where it is now at 21% to 28%. Considering that most average Americans pay that much or more, and how much these large corporations, these greedy people, take advantage of tax loopholes and exploit them to drive down their taxable income to zero, this is the least that the government can do. The plan also calls for a 25% minimum tax on billionaires, and it asks for a 39.6% capital gains tax for people who earn more than $1 million a year. Biden would also lift the top marginal tax rate to 39.6% for people who earn more than $400,000 a year. And what I'm really excited about is Biden's plan to restore and make permanent child tax credits. That one plan, just child tax credits, helped to lift millions of children out of poverty. The U.S. Census Bureau had reported that child poverty fell to a record low of 5.2% in 2021 because of child tax credits. The Democrats, though, decided to try to be too cute by half, and they put an end date on it. And so that expired in December of 2021. And it was seen in their polling numbers. So making that permanent is part of what Biden is proposing. He's also calling for an expansion of Medicaid, and his budget would allocate funds to free childcare, free pre-K programs, also public housing, free community college. They would also extend Medicare solvency for seniors. So what they're proposing is a 5% tax on people who earn more than $400,000 a year. And then they want to reduce drug prices to try to help drive that down more. In addition, Biden plans to or wants to reduce the deficit with all of this by nearly $3 trillion. And what they're saying they want to do is prosecute people who exploit and take advantage of and scam COVID funds, unemployment, fraud cases, things like that. Also, which I'm very on board with, they want to eliminate tax subsidies to oil and gas companies. They want to close tax loopholes that are exploited by real estate entities, cryptocurrency, and investment firms. And companies that use profits to do stock buybacks would get hit with a tax. Unfortunately, it's minimal. Like he had already implemented a 1% tax. Now it's going to be 4%. I mean, that is ridiculous. That's not going to deter any company from doing a stock buyback, which is so detrimental to our society, so detrimental to the markets because it artificially inflates the value of these stocks. And, instead of investing into the companies, instead of investing into their people, which they're supposed to do with their profits, they're instead propping up their wealthy shareholders. So that's the good news. Okay. That's some of the good news, I should say. The bad news is, though, as we all know, Republicans still hold the majority in the House. And when you consider Manchin and Sinema, as part of the Senate, it's basically that the Republicans still control the Senate as well. When it comes to helping Americans, they basically hold a majority in the Senate because of people like Manchin and Sinema. So if I was Biden, what I would be doing is every waking minute of every day, and I would have my surrogates out doing this as well, they need to be out flooding the airwaves with the benefits of this proposed budget. They need to fan out across the entire country, get out into cities, especially red states, red cities. I know that sounds weird, but they need to be shouting this from the rooftops because a lot of this is going to be very popular, even with right-leaning independents and actual Republicans and even MAGA Republicans want to tax billionaires. So Biden needs to, for once, use the bully pulpit to accomplish a couple of things. He needs to explain to the American people all of the ways in which he's proposing to make their lives better. He needs to explain how he wants to give them peace of mind, give them some breathing room with their bills and inflation, allow them to maybe pay down or eliminate some of their debt, to ensure that children have enough to eat every day, to maybe allow one of the two parents to cut back their hours or even quit their job so they can be present for their children if they so choose, to help them pay their medical bills, to get a medication or procedure that they couldn't otherwise afford. Second, they need to drive home the point that the American people need to do their part to pressure their members of Congress and to make it clear that if Republicans refuse to even negotiate on these priorities for the American people, they need to be removed in 2024. Still, this is a long shot, but it's the right thing to do for the American people, and it is the politically savvy move. I mean, yeah, basically it's like, a virtue signaling bill. This is where my priorities are. This is what I want. It's a wish list that is most likely not going to come to pass. And I couldn't help but think when I was reading all of this, how someone like Marianne Williamson and her recently announced candidacy has maybe helped to push Biden towards a more progressive working class agenda, working class priorities, because her platform is all about this. It is all about the working class and their needs. It's about lifting the minimum wage, lifting people out of poverty, no child going to bed hungry, child tax credits, free education, you name it. And this is what happens when you challenge the status quo. You force the establishment to alter somewhat their go along to get along policies. It nudges that Overton window ever so slightly toward populist positions. So that's a positive thing, and we have Bernie Sanders to thank for so much of this, because there are so many things that he brought up when he ran for president, that even the first time, that had never crossed people's minds. It just wasn't in the lexicon of the American public. And now it is just accepted fact, or it is just, it's something that's on everyone's lips and everyone is striving for. And he set the bar higher. So we need to keep doing that. We need to encourage people to run and challenge our elected leaders. No more of this BS like they did with Dianne Feinstein of like, oh, let's wait and see what she wants to do. No, that's BS. This is a democracy. Anyone can run for anything at any time. And I think that they should. I think every single person in government should be challenged. Otherwise, they become complacent and we become stagnant. And then it allows someone like Trump, a complete liar and grifter, to come along, whisper in their ear, and make them think that he's their dream come true. So, if the Democrats start giving people what they want and need, the voters won't stray. It's that simple. So I will keep you posted on all of this. But like I said, it's very unlikely any of this is going to happen. But it might, might allow little nibbles around the edge. So we'll see. Anyway, please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate. Please become a monthly supporter if you can. Love you all. Take care. I'll talk with you soon.